season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Here's Fields now on 2nd down. This one finds Wilson downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. When you look at this defense, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
I just consider myself fortunate that I'm not in charge of the offensive line. They gave up 7 sacks last week. And if things don't improve in this game, the head coach isn't going to be looking at the offensive line. He's going to look at the offensive line coach. And that's when things get dicey.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
In motion, Slayton. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility, and we walked past the defensive meeting room, and what did it say over the door? Rush the passer. It's a philosophy. It's a statement. That's who they want to be, and they've been very successful with it.
Yeah, an opening drive sack. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Powers through it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 14. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw out to his left. He finds his man complete. That's Burgess. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first. And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Henry up the middle. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly. I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Condors go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time, and a nice play on the end of it, an 18-yard touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On first down, Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he's going to be stepped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago. And the way they sacked him 7 times in that game, came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter. And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt. For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, say, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Condors have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And New York set to take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will McDonald, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. But when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they're going to get rid of all of that.
The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown! He returns the punt, 61 yards. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Connecting over the middle with Downs. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Off play action, Fields. Quick throw there is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And he is going to lose yardage here. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Now a play fake here on first down. Escapes it, and he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, Bigsby. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll set up a throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. And he'll get it down this time in the 17. And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Downs going in motion right. He's going to get it on the Jet sweep. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if you're bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Jets on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
They begin with Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 62 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And here's another 1st and 10. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Come on. Hey.
At the 50-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Let's go now.
Hands it off out of the gun. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Condors will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play.
So we've come to
well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
From the 35, here's a 2nd and 8. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And quickly, they get to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're going to try and throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense, just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a game of 16. 1st and 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working there.
Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Condors take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series.
Fights off the defender, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Fields.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
2nd and 10. To throw is Fields. And this taken in by Downs.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the gun on third down, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for good.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Garrett Wilson,
His 4th touchdown on the year.
and the Jets are able to cut into that deficit.
Point after, right down the middle. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Still staying on his feet. Are you serious?
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
There he goes left side. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line.
137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
A first down carry for Henry. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Henry again on 2nd down.
Trucks over it. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll run it again with Henry.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 42 yards. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run. Shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Bigsby.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make...
And this throw will be intercepted. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Second down, they go again with Henry.
Oh, fighting off the defender. And down he'll go at the 25.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on third down to keep the drive going. Back now in the home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
And they're going to speed things up here. To throw on second down. Dobson. Now they go screen. It's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Condors stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So out now come the Jets.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That complete to Downs.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, it's Fields. That is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
No mas, no mas.
Here's Fields.
In trouble, and he's taken down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Quentin Williams providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dobson flushed out right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Inside handoff, Henry. Stiff-armed him. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
4 yards, that gets them close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there,
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And one of the linebackers has got it.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
12, it's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw on second down. Dobson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. New York ready to go again offensively. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now it's Fields.
Dancing to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Canton offense takes over once again. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though.
This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
And one last throw here for Fields.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Quentin Williams
in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for Canton, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.